I think it's quite well known that the original stone was a hard stone, like a marble or a granite, and it had carvings on it. And I think that's quite well known.
And there's not a single carving on the stone in Edinburgh at all. It's small, it's soft. Here locally, are there any legends or is there anything you can tell us about where the true stone may have been taken?
Legends have said that it could have been put down by the river. Some legends say it could have gone to a local hill.
First thing you said, logic tells me no. I would not take the coronation stone of Scotland and put it anywhere near a river. You know yourself, these rivers come into spate in the winter, they flood, the thing's going to get lost.
Lady Stormont tells me that this is one of the reasons Scone was chosen as the site for the Stone of Destiny. Apparently, when the tide rises and floods the river, only Moot Hill remains above the water. To the ancients, freshwater represents good and saltwater represents evil.
So therefore it's good at defeating evil at the point where the kings were made.
That's correct. That's what they say.
That's fascinating. I mean, we've sort of scoured around the estate here. We haven't found any signs of any hidden chambers. We looked down to where the actual abbey was that was ransacked by Edward, but we can't see anything there at all.
It might have been taken up to Dunsinnan Hill. It's in about that direction.
Okay.
I think there was a fort up there, and perhaps they knew it was a safe place and Edward I wouldn't be looking for it there.
That would be the ideal place to take a stone to defend it. And of course, from the top of a hill, you could take it any which direction. If you saw forces coming one way, it could go down the other. I mean, we need to go and check out Dunsinnan Hill, guys. That's really, really important to us, and I can't thank you enough for telling us that. And thanks for your time. Let's go.
We climb to the top of nearby Dunsinnan Hill to look for remains of the ancient fort. But when we arrive, we find the fort's long gone.
Actually, there's no fortress.
Yes, there is. Look here. All these impressions in the ground, these are all walls. Or they were walls at one time, maybe 3-4 stories high. Look at the view from everywhere. You can see everything.
I mean, the view is beautiful, but I gotta tell you, I expected a little bit more of a castle than this. Like, I agree with the reasoning that this is a great place to bring the stone from Scone, but, I mean, there's nothing here.
Lady Stormont knows her stuff. There's some substance in every legend.
What if this was just a temporary stop?
As soon as the switch has been done, it's been taken here for safekeeping. The heat's come off it, it's cooled down, and it's been moved to a further, safer place where Edward would never find it. Let's go through this story. So the stone arrives on the holy island of Iona. This stone was protected by the monks of Iona for 300 years before it came to Scone in Scotland.
There's an ancient Gaelic prophecy that says, during the apocalypse, when doomsday arrives, the Isle of Iona will swim above the waves. Well, Lady Stormont told us the reason Scone was chosen as the coronation site was because when the tide rises and floods the river, only Moot Hill remains above the waves. Both places are the highest spot where freshwater meets saltwater, and good defeats evil.
Lady Stormont says all of the kings who were made king at Scone were taken out and buried in Iona, to the furthest flung island in Scotland, the easiest island to defend, the hardest to get to. What if the stone that roared the rightful names of the kings of Scotland was taken back and buried with the kings of Scotland, right there in Iona? Guys, wrap up. We're going west to the sacred island of Iona.
Our search for the legendary Stone of Destiny has us heading towards the remote island of Iona, just off the coast of Scotland. To help our search, I got the design plans for the ancient abbey located on the island.
There it is, Giga, Iona. There's the abbey, guys, right there.
Apparently, at the same time that Edward was ransacking Scone, the monks mysteriously began building a new right-side transept here at Iona. The transept is the structural section that forms a cross that can be seen on the design plan. If you wanted to hide a large stone artifact, rebuilding part of a stone-made abbey would be the perfect way to go about it. The transept area to rebuild usually has stained glass windows, which often contain coded messages. And if the clues so far are right, it's a great place to start.
We're literally a stone throw away from potentially finding the Stone of Destiny.
moment of truth.
Let's move it. Come on.
Well, this looks promising. Look at all these stones.
I know.
The
Look at all this.
plethora.
All the symbols. These are the old burial stones. Some of them from kings from Scotland. Some of them from monks. Some of them from abbots, bishops. Nobody knows.
Here's the right side transept. There's a window, but clearly the stained glass has been removed. But I'm not giving up so easily.
Look at this stone here with a cross in it. You know, I'm finding crosses and all sorts of symbols just built randomly into the walls of the church. This thing's been rebuilt so many times that just keep an eye out right above your head, right below your feet. Anything curious that could be associated to the Stone of Destiny.
Well, actually, we're in an abbey made of large stones on an island in the middle of nowhere, and I gotta tell you, I'm getting a little bit desperate. I don't feel as close to finding the stone.
Just keep your spirits up. We've seen this from afar, from a helicopter.
The helicopter. That may be it. This building has been rebuilt many times. If they built a new transept, there had to have been an old transept. Is it possible the monks hid the stone in the old transept? And if they did, how do we find that transept? We need to get back to the helicopter.
Let's look at this from a different angle. When you build an addition to a stone building, you wouldn't knock things down. You'd just add more stones, which would leave you with odd-sized areas, maybe even a hidden or extra room. Look at the abbey carefully. Here's the first cross we looked at, and here's the transept area we searched. But if you look here, you see another cross, making this the older right-side transept. If Edward came searching for the stone while the monks were building, he would likely focus on the area under construction, thinking they were building a hiding place. That would make the older area and its surroundings an ideal location to hide the stone. That's where we should focus our search. And look at this room here. It's not on the plans. It may have been part of the old transept. But why isn't it on the blueprint? We need to get down there and check it out. If this stone is there, we may have just discovered a 700-year-old secret.
Here's the older right-side transept. And here's the area missing on the plans.
How tiny that door is.
This is a lot older than the actual abbey.
Is it open?
Yeah.
Look how tiny that door is.
Look at this, the oldest part of Iona. And this has been rebuilt because I can see modern cement there. But these stones, they're definitely original.
Well, it's beautiful, and this is really interesting, actually, but we need a stone.
Well, take your pick.
What about something like this? I mean, could it be? Could it be in the wall, actually?
Yep, it could well be. There's a large black stone there, but there's no symbols on this. And you know what?
I'm gonna move this. Is that wrong?
No, not at all. As long as you pay respect and don't stand in it, you'll be fine.
No.
No, this is not...
I mean, there are no engravings on that.
No,
I don't think they would have put it into a wall.
Why not? They could have it built into the roof. They could have it anywhere. Shh, you hear that? Do that again. Do that again. Stand back a second. Take this back. Roll it. Look, and there's a door here.
Oh, my God.
Whoa, look, here.
quest for the legendary Stone of Destiny has taken us to the remote Isle of Iona, where a series of clues has led us to a room that's mysteriously missing from the Abbey plans. We may be, literally, a stone's throw away from finding the true Stone of Destiny.
They could have it built into the roof. They could have it anywhere. Shh, you hear that? Do that again. Do that again. Stand back a second.
Pull this back.
Take this back. Roll it. Look, Kinga, there's a door here.
Oh my God.
Whoa, look, here. Here. That's a large stone.
Can you get in there? Ashley, you need a better look at that. How far back does this go?
It's a large, flat stone.
Are there any kind of engravings on it?
Do you know something, Kinga? This is dark with like flecks of gold through it. Like, can you see it glistening?
I can see it in the light of your flashlight.
Kinga, this could be the bloody Stone of Destiny.
Okay, Ashley, we have to go through what we know about the stone and compare. Is it the right color?
It's the right color. It's a dark lump of stone. This isn't a blonde sandstone. This is a dark lump of stone.
Okay.
It's about 4 foot long. It's the perfect size to match the ones we've seen in the coronation seals.
We need engravings. Does it have engravings?
It's got markings. I can't get round the back of it to see if it's got engravings, and there's nowhere for me to get access under here.
Do you have any idea what this means?
Kinga, look at this. Here, can you see? There's a carved cross on the floor right below it. Right there. This is all the hallmarks of the Stone of Destiny.
It has all the characteristics, Ashley. It has everything.
I'm literally shaking. Think of what this means. Right here at the very point that it landed in Iona 1,500 years ago.
Everything about it is right. The color, the size, the engravings, the logic that took us here.
And to find something so tangible right here at the end of this quest, it's mind-blowing. Everything stacks up to say that this could quite well be the Stone of Destiny, the lost coronation stone of the Scots.
The possibility that this may be the original Sacred Stone artifact prevents me from pulling up floorboards and risking damage to the stone. It'll take years to properly study it and reach a final conclusion. So until then, Scots will have to wait to find out if the true Stone of Destiny will one day rise again to roar the name of the rightful king, as it had done for thousands of years.